He probably wanted to avoid confrontation right at the beginning of his ministry when he'd got so much to do.
Yeah.
He'd got the disciples to recruit. He'd got so many people that he needed to get under his gaze and that had to come across his path. We find out, don't we, that right towards the end of his ministry, he doesn't deny anything like that. Mark 14, 61, 62.
But he held his peace and answered nothing. Again the high priest asked him and said unto him, Art thou the Christ, the Son of the Blessed? And Jesus said, I am, and ye shall see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming into the clouds of heaven. Then the high priest rent his clothes and saith, What need we any further witnesses?
You have heard the blasphemy. So what was the blasphemy? He was declaring himself to be the Son of God. So what he declares in Mark 14 is what had already been proclaimed by the demonic spiritual world back in Mark 3. But it wasn't the right time. So it's not that Jesus was wanting to shut them up because what they were saying wasn't true, but that they were not working to his timetable. Every single thing that Jesus does, he controls the narrative of. Everything.
But it's also divine timing.
Kairos timing. It's not chronos timing, tick, tick, tick. It's Kairos time. Everything must flow in the right pattern. Jesus controls everything, even down to when he's on the cross. He gives up his spirit. It's not taken from him. He is in charge of everything. He plans everything. And he ensures that everything happens in exactly the time and the pattern that God has set for it. Which I think is a really beautiful nod, not only to the incredible craftsmanship of the writing here. I don't know what people think. Most people who have never studied the scripture think that it's just a load of books that have been put together about 1500 years ago. They fail to understand there are more Greek documents, more partial documents to support the Gospels and the New Testament writing than any other document in antiquity.
Yeah, absolutely. More than William Shakespeare.
Over 7,000 for the New Testament. And these have been written by people at different times, in different places, and yet the beautiful dovetailing, it just gives this incredible weave and tapestry to it. So that just from a textual criticism perspective, the jewel, the gem that we have in our hands, and people don't realise what an incredible book this is. They just see it as going to a second-hand bookshop, you'll see all these Bibles that no one wants. And you think, man, people were martyred in order for that book to end up in a bookshop.
But it's easy to dismiss what you don't understand.
It is. I say all of that to encourage anybody that hears this to dive into it. Allow it just to wash over you, because it is absolutely beautiful book.
Dive into it, but obviously you could read it quicker than we're doing.
Yeah, dive into it with us and you'll grow old with us.
That's right. Yeah, we started this in our 20s.
That's right. We probably did actually, right. Mark. Probably had some conversations back in our 20s, mate, when we were on the cruise together.
Absolutely.
A seed was planted 40 years ago.
Yeah.